Hello guys, welcome back to Terrafirmagreg, and we are going to pick up where we left off from the last episode and go ahead and start working on the greenhouse. Now that we've got all the sand that we need to turn into the reinforced glass, I think we're going to build the greenhouse and put it right here. Maybe we'll do a couple or three, but let's just start with the one for now. We'll put it up there and grow some food during the winter all year round. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, we can check out our handy dandy clipboard. We got all the boat done, so we can get that and do a new checklist. Here is the list of things that we need to get done. We got to make the greenhouse walls, the roof, trapdoors, which are just like the top of the roof because the roof pieces are angled. You need to have some kind of door so you can get inside. A port so that we can get water into the greenhouse so that we can sprinkle some water on the plants. We're also going to need a climate station and planters. And then, as I mentioned, sprinklers so that we can water the plants. And that is it for now, but that is a lot of stuff actually. But let's take it one thing at a time. Let's start with the walls and get that going. Okay, so the walls are made with copper rods and reinforced glass. And of course, we need to do the reinforced glass. We should probably just do a ton of this because we are going to need a lot of it. So we got to do the flatten, treat it with soda ash, and then do a table pour. All right, let's get that done. That means we're going to need the blowpipe, and we're going to need the paddle, and we will need the saw to cut it. And let's see. Let's grab both of the blowpipes so that we have two going at once. We do have some soda ash. Looks like we're going to have to make some more though. We got some glass batch. Let's test out process and see exactly how you do this. Make sure that we know what we're doing. Do one of those there, one of those there. Get them in there to heat up. And I shouldn't need the tongs because I'm going to just stick the blowpipe straight into my offhand. So we'll just hang up our little walking stick. And I think to apply the soda ash, we're probably going to need a bowl. So we should probably go grab one of those because I don't think I have one in here, do I? Nope, I do not. So let's go grab the bowl from the kitchen. Oh, I got some yeast starter in there, but that's okay. Let's pop it off. Let's put the spoon there. Okay, if we have a bowl on the ground, we can put the soda ash in there. It's hot enough, so we'll put it in our offhand. And then we need to flatten it with the paddle. Is that right? Okay. And then we need to treat it in the soda ash here. That did not work. Why did that work? Oh, no. Do we just treat it with soda ash? Oh, okay. Maybe that's what we needed to do. Okay, and it's very important that you do it in that order. Otherwise, you will not get anything. We won't get the right thing, so you have to do it in that specific order. Grab it, flatten it, and then mix it with some soda ash. Put it in your offhand again. Put it on the table or your flat surface. And there you go. Flatten it with the paddle and just pick it up with the gem saw. And that is how you make reinforced glass. Just be sure to put it back in your offhand and not in your inventory, because if you do, you'll get burned. Okay, now that we have this reinforced glass, let's see how far a stack goes. And we need to make the greenhouse wall, which requires a bunch of copper rods. And do we have any copper rods? No, we don't. But you get the copper rods from the belt grinder. Okay, now how many are we going to need? We're actually going to need probably almost, no, not quite twice as much. Okay, so we are going to need quite a bit. So if we just get another stack, let's say, that is going the wrong way. Okay, so we get 2 per. So if we want a whole stack, 32. That's what we need to do. So there's 16. Let's get 16 more. We'll throw these on. Oh, did that fly off? It did. Okay. Okay, now we just need to make some of the structure, the walls, roofing, whatnot, and let's start putting it together and see how far we get. Okay, 32 of those looks good. We'll do 16 of those. Start with just 8 of the tops. I think we're gonna need, I think we're probably gonna need a lot more of the walls. Okay, and we are gonna need doors. The doors, you have to use full glass blocks, not reinforced. So that's something, I guess. Do we have full glass blocks somewhere? I swear we do. Yep, right here. Okay, so let's make a couple of doors. Okay, got the doors, the walls, the roofing material. Okay, this is going to be our first attempt over here. I'm not entirely sure if we need to take down these walls and put it flat. I'm thinking we probably do. I think it would probably look better if we did anyway, so let's just take the wall down here. Let's see that. I think is the right way. There we go. Right on the edge. There we go. Okay, that will do for one side, like so. To the other side. Okay, and we'll put the door right here. And another one on the other side. That way we have 2. Excellent. I think we can start building the roof now, and we'll see if this actually works, or if we're going to have to replace all of this stuff on the bottoms as well. We'll see. Why is that going that way? Oh, did I build it on the wrong side? Maybe I built it on the wrong side. What if we build a wall, but instead of attaching the roof to this particular block, because that's where that is, it needs to be on this block. I wonder, can we, no. Can we, actually it does need to go up one more. Can we put some scaffolding over and build this on top of the scaffolding? Ooh, looks like we can, only I'm going the wrong direction. There we go. I think that is what we're looking for. Because then this will come... Oh, That's open. And that's the wrong way. I wonder, can you turn these with a wrench? Probably not. No. But that's good to know. So if we have these like this, yeah, that should work. Although I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to line up. Maybe that counts as glass in the little corner? I guess we'll have to try it out and see. Maybe we should just try a smaller portion and see if we can get this to work just in this small way. And then if it does work, we can build the rest of it. Because it's taken time. It's already night. Wow. I spent the whole day on this? Didn't seem like it took that long. Alright, in that case, we are going to need to place this right there. Yeah, let's see if that works. Okay. And right there. There. In fact, we don't even need to place a door, but we can. No, you can't. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a little door. Let's get the roof on. Really? I got being on the outside. Okay, fine. So I guess using the scaffolding here is kind of a nice trick. Make things easier to place this roof. I really hope this works. Okay, now we just need to put the trapdoors. Those are going to go along the top here. Oh, that worked. Good. And there we go. Now, do these open like trapdoors? Oh, they do. Look at that. Okay. Okay, now we gotta add just a few more walls right here. Okay, now we just gotta test it out. But to make it an actual greenhouse, we gotta have that climate control. And I don't think we built that yet. We gotta build that real quick. That is with planks, brass gears, blue stained glass, a volcanic glass batch basin pour, or silica with some kind of copper powder. I think that's what we might need to do. However, we could just get some copper powder, which you get just taking some copper dust in the handstone or milling it up. Don't suppose I have any copper dust anywhere, do I? Oh, there's some copper dust right there, but I don't have any copper powder. Or do I? I do, look. That was probably from the last one I made for the cellar. So I do have some copper powder, and we do have a silica batch. Oh no, we used it all. So I guess we'll just have to make some more, and then we just need to add some copper powder to it. Can we add the copper powder like that? No. Okay. Okay, silica glass there. Copper powder. And then we just need to do a basin pour, which means we need to get the water out of here. Okay, I think that's hot enough. Let's grab it in our offhand, pour it. It's filling up. And blue stained glass. That's exactly what we needed. Now, I don't know if I can break this with my fist or if we have to use the gem saw. I'm just going to use the gem saw anyway, just in case. Put the water back. Okay, now we need small brass gears, some redstone, and some planks. And since I'm feeling a little lazy, I'm just going to use the alloy smelter. We've got plenty of brass, it's fine. And climate station, check. Okay, so now that we have the climate station, we should be able to place it down and right-click it and it should find the greenhouse. But I'm right-clicking and it's not finding it, which means I think we might have to take these bottom pieces out. Because I think I got the top right. I got doors and everything. So, yeah. Let's try taking these out. Yeah, that's gonna ruin my little road there, but that's okay. We can fix it up. Okay, let's get these down. Alright, now that we have those down, let's put the climate station down and right-click it. Still nothing. Okay, I was doing some playing around and... Okay, so this doesn't work. We know that. But if I place it in the corner, it does work. So apparently the climate station has to be in the corner. Or maybe it just has to be on the edge of the greenhouse. Click that, found a copper greenhouse, there are 9 blocks. So yes, this does work. What if I put it in the middle? Okay, so it just needs to be against the wall. It can't just be in the middle. Now I kind of want to see if I can have that base on there. I probably can't, but, you know, let's just test it out. Let's see if we can put a composter in the wall and if it will work. So let's try putting it right here. Okay, composter, building the wall over and on top of. Now if I put the climate station down, it does not work. Okay, so we did not mess up by doing that. That's okay. All right, so there we go. That is a functioning greenhouse for now, although we should push it back. We do know that we have to take out the entire wall here. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's build more walls this way. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna need more roofing too. Let's get on these at least. Or do we want all of those going the same direction? Because I could place them like right there, then they go down. Is that a problem? No, because I'm not going to be touching them. They're just going to act as the roof. 2 more. Oh, and I need more too. Okay. Actually, you know, I wonder, can I use a roof tile here instead? Well, let's go make some more roof. Okay, there's 12 more roof. We need the panels as well. Okay, now let's finish putting on the roof. I know we can put this on top like that, and that should work. Let's see if this does work. Yeah, found a greenhouse, 117 blocks. Now what I'm wondering is, can I take that piece off right there? Now if I take that off, this should... It still works? Oh. Okay. I guess because this covers that. Okay. So I don't even need anything right there. But to make it look good, I'm going to put one right there, like that, and then place it down. It'll look covered and make it stick out just a tiny bit. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's good. So we look at our checklist here. We've got walls, roof, trapdoors for the very top. We've got doors. Oh, we need a port so we can get water in for the sprinklers. We can add that later. We do have climate station. We tested it out, made sure it is a valid greenhouse. Let's do some planters. And the planters that I was looking at was a large planter and a quad planter. So it says the large planter can grow tomatoes. I don't know, well, green beans, tomatoes, sugarcane, jute, grains. I don't know if you have to plant tomatoes in the large planter. The quad planter says it can grow garlic, beets, cabbage, carrots, onions, these things. So I'm wondering, do I have to have a large planter specifically to grow the tomatoes? Because that's the main thing that I wanted, was the tomatoes, but you know, we do need garlic as well. So let's make a quad planter, because a quad planter you can grow 4 crops at once. The large planter, a single crop. So let's make one of each and test it out. So we're going to need bricks and compost. And that is easy enough to come by because we happen to have a lot of bricks. And in our farming, we've got a bunch of compost. So let's make a large planter and a quad planter, and we'll test those two out. Okay, first the quad planter. Okay, so it fills one spot. Okay, it says it's not in a valid one. Click this. Okay, it is in a valid one now, but it's not growing because it needs water, but I need to plant something too. I mean, duh. Alright, so there's the quad planter. Here is the large planter, which is also just a 1 section, but it does look deeper. Maybe that's why. Okay, so can I grow tomato plants? No. This crop does not grow in this planter, so it does have to be a large planter. And I'm guessing it's because it's deeper. Maybe that matters. However, we can grow garlic in the quad planter. Other question is, do we have to put sticks down? Because I know we had to place sticks on the tomato plants when you just grow them on the ground. I'm right-clicking with the stick and it's not doing anything, so maybe you don't have to. Okay, but it does need to be watered. And you can fertilize it just like when you plant it in the ground. So for watering these, you can water it by hand with a watering can. And you can make that just with any kind of bucket and a wooden bucket. Oh, so I guess you could do 2 wooden buckets and some lumber. Should we make a watering can just for fun? I mean, we might as well, right? Yeah. I've got a couple of buckets already, so we could just do that. But that does not work because one has to be filled with water, maybe? Okay, I'll fill a bucket with water. Now, can we do that? That did not fill it. Okay, well, let's try doing this. There we go. Yeah, so you just have to fill one of the buckets with water. And that is a watering can. Okay, we've got our watering can. Now, if we right-click it, okay, gotta hold. There we go. And do we have to water each individual one? Oh, I watered the whole area. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Can I overwater it? No, apparently I can't. Okay, good. So yeah, we've got some tomatoes growing. We've got some garlic growing. Water 0.99. Let's see, what else can we grow in the greenhouse? So we've got the large planters, which will grow green beans, tomatoes, sugar cane, jute, and grains. The grains might be something good to do, but I mean, grains, they last such a long time. I guess I could have some in here if I really needed to, quad planters, beets, cabbage, carrots, garlic, onions, potatoes, and soybeans. Okay. The bonsai planters. This is kind of interesting. You can actually grow fruit inside of your greenhouse. But also the nice thing about this is you can grow things that wouldn't normally grow in your season. So if I went out and found some cherries or pineapple, I could grow that. A hanging planter for squash. Oh, but you have to have an iron or better greenhouse to grow that. Okay, so here we go. Sprinklers. They will sprinkle water in a 5x6x5 area centered on the block below the sprinkler block. So it'll drip water down. Sprinklers placed facing up irrigate the same area above. Oh, okay. So you can either have it facing down, facing up, whatever you want. So a 5x6x5 area. And they have to feed into water. So I'm thinking we're probably only going to need a couple of sprinklers. And you make them with copper plates. So let's get a couple of copper plates and make some sprinklers. Okay, so sprinkler. Just need to punch and then a couple of hits. That's -6 plus 2, so -4. So 4 over. I think that's exactly what we need. So let's do punch. Hit. Perfect. So we get a couple of sprinklers. We also need the pipes. A series of fluid pipes to them. Pump water into them with a mechanical pump. You can right-click a pipe with a Greg Tech frame to make them flush with the wall. Okay, so now if we go into the greenhouse, 1, 2, 3, I think right here. So if we have a sprinkler right above here, and yeah, that's not gonna work. What if I shift click? Okay, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have another one right here. Those two sprinklers should cover the entire greenhouse. Except we have to attach some pipes. I'm not entirely sure that that worked. Okay, so if we... Alright, so if we attach a pipe to right here, and then we attach the sprinkler to the underneath side, and attach it. Okay, I think that works, but that's kind of low. It'd be better if it was up higher, but problem is we can't attach anything up above there unless, okay, what if instead of having these trapdoors right there, let's grab the other trapdoors. Can we put a trapdoor on top? Just like right there. Yeah. So does that still work? Let's try get this one off. Close that. Okay, let's, oh, yeah, sprinkler's in the way. Okay, let's go here. Okay, yes, so that does work. So I just need to move all of these trapdoors up just one, because then we can place the pipe on that space, and then we put the sprinkler right there, and it will be so much better. There'll be headroom. Okay, there, 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 and there. All right, that should do it. Now we can go ahead and stick a pipe right, come on, right, oh, that pipe's in the way. Okay, fine. Okay, so the pipe's gonna be right there, sprinkler head right there. Oh, hey, do we want it facing that direction or the other direction? I don't know, which one do I like better? I think I like the other direction. Yeah, I like it like that. There we go. All right, we can connect that. Just like, oh, can connect it down. There we go. And connect this one down like that. Okay, now we just need to connect these pipes to a water source, where do we want the water source to be? Well, we've got the road here that goes by, so I don't think we want the water source right here. We're not really using all of this, so we could just put in, I don't know, a well right here. Does it have to be an infinite water source though? It might not. So we could just put in just a little bit of water down here somewhere. Or we could even put the water inside the greenhouse. But where does the piping go? Do we really need 2 doors though? Maybe we don't need 2 doors. Because the piping, I don't think we can get the piping to go over here. Yeah, because that's in the way. So maybe what we do is we have the piping go over here and then have it go down, and we don't have this door here. And we just fill it in with just regular siding there, regular wall. Because then we can put pipe in there, there, and connect that pipe in right. Can't reach it. There we go. Okay. So we got pipe going in there. Then we can have pipe coming here. And then right here, and just have it come down. Which means we're going to need more pipe. But we're going to need a pump. And I think that's what we have right here. Yeah, steel mechanical pump. And in fact, I think that is also the same kind of pump that we have over here. Yeah. So we are going to need a steel mechanical pump. Why is that not working? Oh, interesting. So required speed medium. So apparently you can't do it on high speed. That's kind of weird. Normally it's the other way around, but that's okay. We can just take this and turn it down. That should be good. Okay, so now it's on medium. So now if we throw it on, there we go. That is a little bizarre. It has to be exactly medium speed. Well, okay. So we can go over here and make that pump. Perfect. We are going to need a way of powering the pump. And, you know, we could just do a water wheel, but maybe we should do just like a tiny windmill. Yeah, because I don't think we're going to be able to fit a windmill inside the greenhouse. So we are going to have to make that port. And we are going to need more pipes anyway, so let's just go and make some more pipes. There's 4 more. And we need the glass and the rods. Which means we need to speed this up. Because the rods need... No, the rods... Yeah, because the rods need high speed. Just not very good at throwing those on, I guess. There we go. Oh, and I don't know if you've noticed, I'm actually on the other side now. I had to go to this other opposite side before. It's because I changed the direction on the speed controller, and changing the speed direction made it go the opposite direction. So now it comes this way. Of course, if we're doing the mechanical saw, then we have to have it the other way because it's entering in from the opposite direction. So, kind of strange. I might in the future want to separate these two so that I have them on different power supplies. That way they're going the right direction on both of them. Oh, it's actually going to make 8. Well, I mean, we had to make at least 1. Now we can make the greenhouse port. Alright, well, should we just have the water just outside there then? I think that works. So we'll punch a hole there. This goes in right like that. Okay. And we just need to connect the pipe. There we go. Okay, so those sprinklers are hooked up outside. However, we have to hook up a pump to there. Okay, so now if the windmill is going, that will turn and that will pump the water up and we should be good. Hey, beautiful new day. Now we just need to build the windmill up on top. And there's a couple of things we can do to build the windmill. We can do what we did over there with the actual windmill frames. These things, the sail frames. Or if we wanted to, we could just attach just wool blocks. How much does it take to make this? Oh, it's just one cloth and you can make 8. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, so there's the bearing. Now what we want to do is put a block on top of that. We could just do a stripped maple log. I mean, why not? Okay. And then attach the sails to that. Only that needs to be turned. There we go. Instead of doing one on each side and then flipping it, we are not going to do it that way. We want it that way. Okay. We are going to do 4 on each side. Well, let's see. Can we do just the 2 like that? Okay, so you do have to have 8. And we only have 4. So oh, come on. And then up. All right, there we go. Okay, so I don't think that it will work with a Greg-Tech pipe. I think we need one of these fluid pipes, the Create ones. So we're gonna build that and see if that works instead. Because you can see the windmill is moving, but there's no water. Maybe it would help if there was an actual water source here. Oh, seriously, Dave. What am I doing? Maybe this will work. Let's try it. Let's get that water source in. Oh. Alright, well, that sucked up the water, and it still says it's empty. So, maybe it does need to be an infinite water source then. And there we go. Okay, still says empty. Yep, water is coming out. So that pipe did not work. Let's try the Create pipe. There we go. So you always have to use the Create pipe on this pump. Maybe they'll fix that later, I don't know. But now we got water going in, which should go through these pipes and into the sprinklers. Yeah, you can see it going up. See, 0.96. And there is water in there, and it does say sprinkling. So, cool. All right, there it is, our finished greenhouse. Fully functional, operational. Got the windmill powering the pump, drawing the water in to the sprinklers. We've got tomatoes growing. We've got some garlic growing. Just so cool. Right, we can check off the port, planters, and the sprinklers. All done. Well, we got the greenhouse done. It's looking fabulous. I can't wait to make some pizza with it. Well, not with the greenhouse, but with the stuff from the greenhouse. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.